Can you please make room for people? If you're sitting on an end, let people come into the pews.
Erev Tov, good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to start this by jumping off the beam. Unless you want me to. No. That's how we start our Purim spiel every year. Yes, I jump off. We are so very lucky. We have a real treat in store. How do I know this? Well, we've already been singing for the last 2 hours, first with our kids in Hebrew school, our students, and it was wonderful. And then we went over to Rosenberg Hall where Kalot was waiting, and we did a little rehearsing and singing with Noah, and it was wonderful. We've been singing all afternoon. And the hour and a half or so ahead of us is, I know, going to be very special because you're all here to share in this experience. And as we've been telling Noah all day, we're a singing congregation, aren't we? Well, similar to our own Karma, who grew up the daughter of a cantor, Noah Aronson grew up in the synagogue, the son of a cantor. So so this all comes honestly. He grew up very involved, obviously, in Jewish life and in music, and went to the Berklee School of Music. We have a couple of alumni of the Berklee School of Music here. And then Noah took that love of music and love of Judaism and put them together and started writing beautiful music to accompany the words of our liturgy. And we have been the beneficiary of much of that because a lot of our synagogue repertoire, many of the melodies that we sing for the prayers of the service are his creations. And you know, to say a prayer is one thing, and to discern the meaning is one thing. And it's about here. But when you put a beautiful, fitting melody to the words of the liturgy, it takes it here and here. And as I think you all understand, it's where the emotion and the feeling and the experience comes in. And there are very few people in the world who really know how to do that in the way that Noah Aronson knows how to do that. And so we're so lucky to have him here, and I'm going to stop talking because I think you'd rather hear him. Why don't you give a warm welcome to Noah Aronson.
In your voice, or up here, it's all good. That's why we have harmony, because we all have different voices. And some of us like to sing a dissonant note, and that's okay too, because we need all of them. We need all of the voices in here. Just use your breath now and turn it into song. Going now, even when you run out of breath, just take an intentional breath and keep feeding that note, keep feeding that sound. This is what I imagine heaven to sound like, and it reverberates in the wood, in the pews, in the ceiling, in the walls, so that each each time we gather in this space again, we remember, it remembers, the space remembers our sounds. Oh, ha, let's turn it to ha. Whatever note you're on, just feed it a little bit more. Ha. Let it die away. Keep feeding it. We all need you. We need your voices now. You see, when you stop singing, when you stop providing us with your sound, we lose something in this space. We need each and every one of you, each and every one of your voices to keep adding to this sound. So I learned that melody about 36 years ago. My father was a cantor in New Jersey, and he would sing that song in Tat Shabbat. And I was a 3-year-old at the time. Is that right? Yes, 36 plus 3, I'm 39. Okay, that makes sense. And he would sing that song, and we would sing it over and over and over again. And sometimes these songs, they just stay with us. And I remembered it again a couple days ago, and I'm like, oh, I would love to sing that song again with a group of people who loves to sing. And tonight we're doing it, and that makes me feel really good. It's just so nice to hear a group of people turning their breath into song. And that's what I think is the holiest thing that we can do. We give strength to each other when we do this. We empower each other. And we make sure that everyone knows that our voices can and should be heard. Hayom te'amseinu, today you give us strength. There's a setting in the High Holy Day liturgy. It says Hayom te'amseinu, which means today you strengthen us. And in the context of the liturgy, the original context, it was a this way conversation. But I also think it's a this way conversation. Today, you strengthen us, yes. And you too. You strengthen Judah. You strengthen us by you being here. Yeah. Liam, you strengthen us. You strengthen the whole. You strengthen the entirety of us all being together in this space. And your absence is felt when you're not here. So Hayom te'amseinu, yes, you. I'm speaking directly to you. You strengthen us. So your part in this song, you're going to affirm everything we say by saying the word amen over and over and over again. It's going to sound like this. Amen. Amen. The third time it goes up. And now here's the hard part. Hayom te'amseinu, amen. Try that. Hayom te'amseinu, amen. The amts part of the map, that's the word omets. And that's a word for strength in Hebrew. I see, already did that, the strength thing. Very good. Omets. Does anybody know how to say the word for courage in Hebrew? Sorry, did someone say it? Oh, are you a rabbi or something? Or you just... So that's exactly... So the word for courage in Hebrew, you can't just use the words for strength. You have to combine the word for strength with the word for heart. So, courage, in and of itself, is heart strength. Having the power, the strength of mind, and the strength of emotional intelligence to be able to listen in to what our heart is saying in any given moment, and then still moving forward, even if we're afraid. That's heart strength, that's courage. Omens live. And that's what we need right now, a little bit more of, is the listening in. And that's how we will strengthen each other, was if we all can just listen into our hearts a bit more. And we can sing, Amen, together. Amen, Amen, Amen. Hayom te'amseinu, Amen. Very good. Again. Stuff, and you just sing amen in all the obvious places. Are you ready? Here we go. Hayom tivarachenu. Amen. Hayom tigadlenu. Amen. Hayom tidreshenu letova. Amen. Hayom tiftevenu lechaim tovim. Amen. have to teach it. We return. We return. We return. We return. Oh, we return. Return again. Apparently, it's number 9 in your yellow handouts. But it's also very simple. You don't really need to look down at this yet. I don't want you to get lost in the words because really it's pretty much right there for you. We return. We return. We return. We return. Oh, we return. Return again. We return. Oh, we return. Every time I tell it, I get the hairs on my arms get to stand up a little bit. And I don't know why. So it could, usually you would think if you told a story once or twice that happened, and then after a while it doesn't happen. But every single time it happens to me. So let's see what happens again. So there's an Anglican priest named Richard Rohr. Does anybody know that name, Richard Rohr? So he was on a podcast being interviewed by Rabbi Oprah Winfrey. He said a couple came into his office. They had just had a newborn child. They had a 3-year-old already at home, and so when they brought their newborn son home, the 3-year-old daughter said, "Can I have a few minutes alone with my baby brother?" Well, they were a little bit concerned with parents. I don't know, she's only 3 years old, but alone with a newborn. But they wanted to show their daughter that they trusted her. And so they said, okay, and then they went, kind of left the door open a little bit, and they kept their ears pressed against the door. And as soon as the 3-year-old thought she was alone with the newborn, she said, "Quick, tell me, where did you come from? Who sent you? Tell me quick where you came from, because I'm starting to forget." So why does that do that? Why do you have that reaction? Because that happens to me every single time. What is it about that? You can speak up. This is like a question answer part, yeah.
It's so beautiful. I mean, we do forget. Part of us that's never been born, that has never died.
Yeah. And to me, it reminds me that, maybe we all do come from the same place. And maybe when kids really know, but somehow through society and the things that we teach, we kind of outlearn, we teach it out of them. But they really know, they look around in wonder and awe, and we are trying to teach them, but they're seeing stuff that we don't see, and they're remembering things that we don't remember, that we're all going back to the same place too. And so when I say we return to love, we're returning to that place. And each and every one of us can be a little puzzle piece to help us get back home in that way. Does that resonate for anybody? Because that's my theology right now. That feels right. So we return. Yes, we return. Oh, we return, return again. We return. Oh, we return. Oh, we return, return again. And to truth. To truth. To truth. We return to truth. liturgy has taught us this for centuries, for millennia. It taught us this when it said, What does home look like and feel like for you? We return, we return, we return, return again. We return, oh, we return, oh, we return, again and again to you. Is it already 7:30? Oh, we've only had 3 songs. Please, can we have more, please? Please, please. Okay, students, my students, please come up to the bima so we can sing a song of joy and love and light. And why am I Dracula now? So we already sang these words, but we might as well sing it differently. You can all stand here on the right of me. Yeah. So these are the words, Hine Matov, how good it is for us to be together. We're going to be doing a little bit differently with this group now. So they created some embodiment of these words. So maybe when they'll do it first, and then when you learn what their body motions are, maybe you can do it with them to show them that you support them and you see them. Maybe just show them what we did for our bodies for the light of the world. So the English part, like this. Let's light up the world. Oh, brothers and sisters, together with peace and love. A little Nixon, I know, but it's fine. Bring light to the world. Oh, sisters and brothers, and sing Hine Matov. Okay, very good. And now, are you ready? Do you remember everything we practiced? You're not going to make one mistake? Here we go. Hine. Yananai, yananai, Hine Matov. Yananai, yananai, umanai. Shevet Achim. Very good. Shevet Achim gam yachad. Yanana, yanana, Hine Matov. Yanana, yanana, umanai. Yanana, yanana, Shevet Achim. Shevet Achim gam. Show them how to do it. Let's light up the world. Come on. Let's light up the world, oh brothers and sisters, bum bum. Yanana, yanana, hinema. Yanana, yanana, hinema. Yanana, yanana, umana, sheveta. Yanana, together we sing. Sheveta. Let's try it again. They start. Here we go. Yanana, yanana. Yanana, yanana, hinema. Yanana, yanana, umana. Yanana, yanana, sheveta. Sheveta, let's light up the world, come on. Let's light up the world. Oh, brothers and sisters, together in peace and love. Come on, let's bring light to the world. Oh, sisters and brothers, and sing my soul. Yanana, yanana, hinemato, hinemato. Thank you so much. You can make your way down the non-wired way. Oh man, that was so nice. This is my life. I cannot believe it. I get to sing with people and make music. This is like the best. On a Wednesday. Could you believe it? You all came out on a Wednesday. I am so filled up. This is the rest of my week. Anything can happen right now. In the middle of a rainstorm? I know, my namesake tends to bring the rain. So I would have to say, wow, how amazing is this? Another way to say, does anybody know how to say, wow, how amazing is this in Hebrew? Or, people in the choir, do you know where I'm going with this? Marabu! Oh my gosh. Pick up on the segues, people. Let's go. So can we invite the people who are in the Kolot choir to come join? This is such a treat for me to be able to sing this with real humans and not just by myself in my bedroom. This is real fun for me. So I am so filled up. Oh, you guys got there faster than the kids did. That was very impressive. Wow, there's so many. Can we just give a round of applause to how many people have committed on a weekly basis? I'm pretty sure auditions are still open, right?
Anyone can join.
Anyone can join. And seems like everyone here already passed the audition process. So look at the people who come and have committed to weekly singing, because I imagine it brings you immense joy. You're not just doing it because some obligation or someone told you had to, right? It's fun, right? Yeah. And then there's
less expensive than a therapist.
Yes, exactly. And there's also Israeli dancing apparently. So come to Israeli dancing. Now I'm not going to be there, but I would be there if I was in town. That sounds like so much fun. So how amazing. So I wrote this with my friend Colleen. We were in a car ride in Colorado, going through between Colorado Springs and Denver, that 4-hour drive. That's amazing if anybody's taken that drive. It's miraculous. And so we were just in awe of the prairies, the valleys, the hills and the trees, the stars and the sunsets, the birds and the bees, the mountains, the rivers, the valleys, the streams, the oceans, the deserts, and all living things, all living things. And so only thing we can say is Marabu! Marabu. The deserts and all living things, all living things, all living things. Marabu, Marabu, Ma'asecha Adonai, Ma'asecha Adonai, Ma'asecha Adonai, Ma'asecha Adonai, Marabu. So I think it's incredible. I learned this a while ago that you're doing you're working with a sofer to write a Torah scroll. That is actually one of the coolest things I've heard in a very long time. The first coolest thing was listening to a group of youngsters sing the Hatikvah today. That was pretty amazing to me. But then I also learned that you're doing this incredible project here. And so I we worked on a song. We worked on it for hours and hours and hours together. And I'd love to share this. So this is basically that there's a line in Torah, in the thing that you guys are writing. It says, V'chatav lo et mishnei haTorah hazot. And so it's basically saying that each and every one of us, one of our obligations is actually to write our own Torah. And so we can take that literally, which is actually like writing a letter of the Torah, or you can take that metaphorically. What does it mean to write your own story? What does it mean to embody the tradition, have it come through you in whatever way it means to divinely transmit it? And so this song is called With Your Two Hands. So what's the work that you're going to do? What's the Torah of your life that you're going to offer? This day So I've never sung that song before. That was the first. I mean, it wasn't the debut of that. I wrote that for a congregation in Atlanta 5 or 6 years ago, but I've never actually gotten a chance to sing it with human beings before. So this was really, I mean, I don't want to assume. I'm assuming you're all human beings, but I don't want to project that onto you, my belief about that. But yes, you're all humans in my eyes. Yeah.
Number 4, if you want to join in.
What if I want to sing a different song? So, I come from a mixed family. My father is Ashkenazi and was a Reform cantor from Scarsdale. My mother's family, though, my mother was born in Haiti. It was a Sephardic Jewish family that emigrated in the teens from Egypt, Syria, Lebanon, and Italy. So my father was Reform and Ashkenazi. My mother's family was Sephardic Orthodox. So they decided, when they got together, to send me to a conservative day school, just so that I would have an easier time understanding who I was. Because now, when I identify myself, I say, oh, I'm just Ashkenazi, Sephardi, Haitian, American, Egyptian, Syrian, conservative, Orthodox, Reform, Reconstructionist, Renewal. But I spent a lot of time in the Caribbean when I was a kid, which was actually really meaningful to me. So when I started writing music for congregations about 20 years ago, the first few things had a little bit of a Caribbean feel to it. So this is one of the first songs I ever wrote for a synagogue. It's a setting of Shalom Aleichem. It's number 4. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch. Boachem, Boachem LeShalom, Malchei Asharet, Malachi Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Asharet, Malchei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Asharet, Malchei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruchuni LeShalom, Baruchuni LeShalom, Malchei HaShalom, Malchei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So the joke in the family, when that people were like, wow, you married a Haitian Jew. People would say that to my dad. And he said, no, I married the Haitian Jew. See, there wasn't much of a community. But Judaism works. Judaism finds its way anywhere, any place around the world. That's why our music sounds different everywhere we go. This song is number 1 on the Jewish salsa charts right now. Everybody always laughs at that. Okay, your part in this song. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem. Keep going higher one more time. Shalom Aleichem. Now you finally bring it down. Shalom Aleichem. Very good. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Keep singing your part. Shalom. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Can you guys keep singing that part? Shalom. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Very good. Seichem leshalom. Seichem leshalom. Malchei hashalom. Malchei mi melech malchei hamlachim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, shalom I'm gonna sing on top of you now, come on now. Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Shalem, Malchei Elyon. Yimelech Malchei, Malchei Malchim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Shalem, Malchei Elyon. Yimelech Malchei, Malchei Malchim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Shalem, Malchei Elyon. Yimelech Malchei, Malchei Malchim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Shalem, Malchei Elyon. Yimelech Malchei, Malchei Malchim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This really is a singing community. It's amazing. Wow. So it could only have become that. I've been to a lot of communities around the country and the world, and so I've seen it done right, and I've seen places that are wanting to be this level of engagement. So it only happens when there's really, really powerful leadership with a powerful vision. And so I would love to bring up two people who Oh yeah, you're playing on this one. Yeah, you play this. Oh my gosh. A rabbi who sings and plays guitar. Oh my gosh.
Don't they all?
So yeah, this doesn't just happen overnight. This requires a vision. This requires a constant, consistent presence in a community and an idea for what is possible. And so I'm just amazed to be able to be here and feel it. That the energy in this room is connected. It's alive. It's vibrant. It's fresh. It's not looking back to a Judaism from the past. It's living and breathing right now. It's very much present. And so I feel that very much. And so I have to just applaud both of you guys for just sustaining and keeping this alive for everybody. So. So is that move first? Is that move first? Oh, did we do that already? Did we do it already? No, we haven't done it yet.
I need the cake.
Check. Oh, the capo. Right here. Okay. What's nice is that when I come here, how do they refer to you, Lindy, here? Oh, yeah, that's just like first name. That's great. I love that. Lindy was like, we have to teach you how we sing your songs. I love it. It's like, So I've had to learn this afternoon, oh, this is how you do it. Okay.
He sings some of them wrong.
Join with us too.
So Zamru Adonai B'chinor, it's only been in the last, 50 years or so that we've brought back instruments back in, or actually probably even longer because the organ, but maybe in the last 150 years where we actually had instruments allowed back into the synagogue. But we went through a period of maybe 1,600 years where we weren't allowed to use instruments in the synagogue. So you're experiencing this time period, and it was like, oh yeah, obviously we're going to use a guitar and a piano, but that's actually still in many, many Jewish communities around the world, that's not happening. It's only the voice. It's only the voice. And I still believe that these are really holy instruments, and it's amazing that we can do that, but they're all in service of the voice. And what you have right here is, you have way more power right over there than we do up here, even with these microphones. So Zamru Ladonai, we sing the song for you. Zamru Ladonai Bechino, with our instruments, but we remember Zamru Ladonai Bechino Bechol Zimra. ourselves. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. We all need somebody to lean on. Might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Oh, if there is a load that you can't bear, or that you can't carry, oh, I'm right up the road, and I'll share your load. Oh, if you just call me, lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
It's a very Jewish song, isn't it?
I wrote that.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
So oftentimes this is sung as a lullaby. It says, Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom, asking God to create a sukkah shalomecha, like a sukkah, a shelter of your peace. But it's the Hashkiveinu part that makes it more like a lullaby, right? So that when you lie down, when we lie down, we're asking for that shelter. But I just want to draw our attention just for a moment. It also says V'ha'amidenu, when we rise up. And right now, especially thinking about on the streets in Israel, there are people who are rising up, who are trying to have their voices heard, their experience acknowledged and felt, and they are rising up and raising their voices so that they can have the justice and the equality that they are seeking in that country. And I'm also thinking about the young and courageous young women in Iran right now who are rising up. So V'ha'amidenu, not only when we lie down in our comfortable beds, but also drawing our attention to the people who are rising up right now who don't have that same luxury. Let there be love and understanding for them too. Let their voices be heard. Let their stories be told. So let's try it again. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Hashkiveinu, Hashkiveinu.
Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkiveinu.
our shelter from thy. Everybody now, let there be love, let there be love, and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. One more time, let there be love.
We're gonna sing all night.
And you're all invited. How much more time do we have? 15 minutes? 15 minutes? Okay. And we want to use every bit of that 15 minutes? Yeah. We don't have to be out here by a certain time, but some people live far away, right? We want to be respectful to people who live far away. So how about we go for 35 more minutes? So I've spent the past 20 years or so, maybe a little less, writing music to other people's words. And that has been a sacred task for me. So taking words that have been written sometimes 2,000 years ago or even longer with that, I mean, that was from the Torah. That's so old, right? So that's been my connection back in to, like, that's my way to connect in. Some people's connection to Judaism is through food or through humor or through community or whatever it's going to be. But my pathway was through music, and I went to a place called Havana Shira. We were talking about this. I went in 2004 for the first time, and I met Teddy Friedman. I met Craig Taubman, who I know was here, and I was just enamored. And I remember having a moment with Craig Taubman where he was sitting with a group of maybe 10 of people just on the floor, and I had a kind of an outer body experience where I'm like, I want to do that. I want to be that guy. And then I followed him around for years. I was his keyboard player for a long time. I would go to different communities, and I would study what he did. I was so into what he was creating, and also the work of Dan Nichols. I know Dan Nichols was here. It was so enamored with it. And I would study their body language and how they were able to be with people in a community. And before we started, Lindy was saying, "Do you ever get nervous before you start?" And to me, I used to get very, very nervous before, and I would prepare every single word that I would say. I would write it out, and I would say those words every day. I would be very, very uncomfortable. I was very shy as a child. I was very quiet. My emotional connection was through music, so I didn't really do a lot of talking. But then when I realized that all I had to do was show up and be myself, that's 99% of it. That was so much easier. That was like a load off my chest. It was so much easier. And so I've decided, in the last couple of years with the pandemic, and I wasn't able to be in community anymore, which was very sad, but I spent a lot more time doing kind of the self-reflection work, and so I started doing some of my own writing of different prayers. And so I would love to share maybe 1 or 16 songs that I wrote that were kind of, they're not necessarily from the liturgy, they're not necessarily the words of our tradition, but I still feel like they're Jewish music, right? Because it's flowing through me. What is Jewish music if not just being created through a lived Jewish experience, right? And that can look like anything. Right? You don't even have to be Jewish, but if it's coming through you in a Jewish way, then that's Jewish music. It's what how do we define Jewish music is a very long and interesting conversation, but I do think it's by Jews, for Jews, in a Jewish spirit. So this next song is a new one, and I'm just trying to figure out what key I want to do it in. How about this one? Oh, this is the one I would have done a double cable. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I can do it. So I had a therapist once say to me, and yes, I go to therapy, and it's amazing. And anybody who's not yet on the therapy train, like, we should all, like, stop. If there's anybody who's still, like, demonizing people who go to therapy, that's so last decade. Like, let's get on the therapy train. We all have something that we can be healing from, and all need to be doing that work all the time, and we make the world better when we go in and do that work for ourselves. So yeah, therapy, let's give it up to therapy. I don't have to tell you though, that I bet 50% of you are already therapists, I'm sure.
I am.
See? There you go. So you're like, thank you! Cha-ching! Yeah.
I know, I'll bring them all my commercial, right?
Yes. Whatever modality of healing you want to be entering into, we are entering into a time where we're remembering that these three things that we can remember, right? Like that story of the little girl, that we came from love. You were brought into life through love. We are constantly being sustained by love. And that flowing love is always flowing through us at all times. For me, it happens when we're in community like this. And the hardest one. This is why I saved this one for last. We are worthy of being loved. Oh, that one hurts for some reason. That one's the hardest thing, and I have to say it every day to remind myself that you are lovable. Yeah. Yeah, even you. Can you believe it? I know. Even me. I know. It's amazing. But whenever you think that it's not possible, just remember, I came from love. We are made from love. Love is sustaining us. We are worthy of being loved. We are loved. That's the whole song. We are made from love. Love is sustaining us. We are worthy of being loved. We are loved. And that last one, I have another song that's called You Are Loved, right? Which is a different concept. The concept here is we are love. That the entirety of who we are, when you strip away everything, when you take away all of the blinders, when you take away the anger and the grudges and the resentment and all of the shame and all of that stuff, when you keep peeling away the layers, all that's left is you are love. We are love. So what you do after we are worthy of being loved, we are, deep breath, love, and then we can make a nice, beautiful harmony on that note, right? We are made from love. Try that. We are made from love. Love is sustaining us. Try it. Oh, love is sustaining us. We are worthy of being loved. We are worthy of being loved. We are love. time. Oh, we are made from love. Oh, love is sustaining us. We are worthy. Oh, we are worthy of being loved. We are love. Now we just sing we are, with all the harmonies. We are. We are. We are love. We are made from love last time. We are made from love. Love is sustaining us. We are worthy of being loved. We are love. We are. Let's stack all the harmonies. Here we go. We are. We are. We are love. Two more times. We are. We are. We are. We are. We are love. Last time. We are. We are. We are. We are. We are love. Two more songs. You have time for two more songs?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Oh man, you're feeding me. You don't even realize you're feeding me right now. I'm being so nourished and so filled up. This is so nice that this is my job. This is really, really beautiful. I want to come back. This is like so great. Next Wednesday, every Wednesday, I'll fly out just for this.
We'll be here.
We're singing every Wednesday night anyway, so come join us.
The what?
We're here singing.
Yeah, you're already singing anyway.
Come join us.
I'm the new choir director. Yeah. So I wrote this in 2006 or something like that. I was working with a group of third graders at the time. They asked me to teach the kids about prayer and about the Baruch Hu specifically, and I didn't know what to do, so I asked them, hey, what do you think prayer is all about? The little girl in the back of the room, she stood up, she said, prayer is about asking ourselves if we are awake. I see a hand in the back, yes. I am, well, that is actually, are you asking like, where was I born? Because the other answer is, I actually don't know where I'm from. And that's what we're all trying to figure out here. That's the most important question. Where are any of us from? But my body was born in Livingston, New Jersey in 1983, September 21st. Virgo, Sun, Libra, Rising, Pisces, Moon. Is that the right answer? I don't know. So she said, prayer is about asking ourselves if we are awake. And so the next week, we came in, and every time we sang the Baruch Hu, we would always start with these words, her words. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you receptive? try it again. Am I awake? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my? Can you hear my voice? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I? Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la. This is the thing that missed out just the most in that 3-year period. I remember the first time that I went back to a congregation after having been alone in the room for a year and a half or so, was hearing this melody sung back, and I couldn't even finish it. I was getting all choked up. I couldn't even finish the melody because the tears were just pouring out. And I'm sorry that I stopped the tears from flowing. That's just a habit that I'm trying to break, because actually that's the most beautiful thing. There's very few things that water can't solve in this world. Through drinking it, through a nice cup of tea, through showering, through cleaning it, through sweating, and through tears. There's very few things that water can't solve in this world. So when you feel that desire for crying, just let it come out. Let yourself be seen in that way, and that's okay, because that's going to help someone else in a moment of need. So let's try it one more time. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my? Can you hear my voice? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I? La 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 So this is going to be the last song of the night, even though I could keep doing this forever, but I want to respect that people have places to go.
Number one, you're so much.
Number one? Oh my gosh. It made it to number one, people! So if you feel willing and able and desiring to stand up for this one and move your body, this is a good moving your body song. So this is Eilech Hamdalibi. This is what my heart truly desires, being here together in community. And Chusana ve'al natita lim. That means, please stop hiding. Please stop hiding those tears. Please stop hiding yourself from community. Show up, be here, be present, be seen so that others can see you. We can heal each other and we open up. That's what our hearts truly desire. Are you ready? It also desires to dance and move and sing and be together. Here we go. Eilech Hamdalibi. Let's sing. Eilech Hamdalibi. Eilech Hamdalibi. Eilech Hamdalibi. Eilech Hamdalibi. Let's try it again. Oh, Eilech Hamdalibi. Eilech Hamdalibi. Eilech Hamdalibi. Eilech Hamdalibi. Eilech Hamdalibi. Oh, don't you hide yourself. I am standing here in need. Can't do this by myself.
We just can't stop. Come on, a little bit more, at least one more.
Oh my gosh. I could do that. I could do anything really, but do you want me to do that one? That's like to kind of chill it down. I hope I remember the words though. I haven't sung this song in a long time. Have I been asleep too long? Where have I gone wrong? When I awoke, I found a world in need of peace songs. Have I lost the fight? Have I forgotten my rights? When did I become the one of you are wrong and I am right? More love, more peace. I don't know how, when, or where, but more please. More hope, more decency. I don't know how we get there, but more please. 'Cause this land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island. Oh, this land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island. This land was made for you, and it was made for me. A truth we used to know, but always needs reminding. More love in this land, 'cause love's one thing we all understand. The time has come once again to raise our voice and lend a hand. 'Cause this land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island. Oh, this land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood for you and me.
Thank you so much to Noah. What a pleasure. Woohoo! What a lucky community we are. And it's all Noah's brought here because of you and your support. So thank yourselves too. Thank you so much.
Didn't we just experience together an extraordinary evening? Can you feel it? Something we say in Hebrew, Yotzei min haklal, outside of the ordinary, over the top. Or as this rabbi is wont to say, wow! It was a big wow. And it was a big wow for a couple of reasons. Number one, because of the talent of Noah Aronson. And perhaps even more, the heart and soul of Noah Aronson. And the way he gave us permission tonight to open up our hearts and our souls to experience this together. It wasn't just about listening to a talented performer, it was about raising our voices together and really feeling this incredible sense of community and togetherness, which is at the heart of our temple, but sometimes we forget. Just like that 3-year-old. Where did I come from? And we come from love. And we sustain each other. And we sustain the world through love. But we have to give ourselves permission to do that. And that's what you did for us tonight. Thank Noah and thank all of you for being so willing to go along with it and to raise your voices.
Noah is going to be out in the gallery just for a couple of minutes to meet and greet you for those who aren't running off, just for a couple minutes, because then we're going to go have dinner. But thank you all for coming, and we hope to see you Friday and Sunday at the Symphony. Thank you, guys.
I say